Okay, so these are microphones. We got I use this for kind of external recording mainly. It's a Sennheiser ME62 shotgun microphone, hypercardioid, and if you use it indoors, it has kind of phase issues, right? It's rejecting sound from the side. So if those sounds coming from the sides are reflections of the source, it'll cancel out the source, right? I think it's called phase interference or something like that. So, but it's great. I mean, it's like a reporter's microphone, right? That's what they used to call it. You see them with broadcast. So, with this windshield, I can use it in a kind of light breeze, but very, very nice microphone, very clean. Works in the studio on some sources. This is a KRK Ergo measurement mic, which came with my KRK Ergo, and I'm assuming it's got a pretty flat response because it's for kind of scientific measurement. Similar in style to the Earthworks mic, so I haven't had an occasion yet, but I'm going to try this at some point and see how it works. We've got the SM58, that's classic, sounds great, especially through a nice preamp, really kind of sound of rock and roll kind of mic, really, isn't it? So Rode NT1A, this was my first microphone, very, very quiet, difficult on sibilant sources, but still gets used, great microphone, great engineering Rode as well, very impressive. We have another Rode mic here, which is the NT4, which has got XY space capsules. Again, stereo mic, really great on guitars, love it on acoustic guitars. Again, sounds nice through a great preamp. We've got the Studio Electronics X1. Again, I like the top end on this mic. It reminds me of what I think a ribbon mic should sound like, and it can pick up boxiness, so you've got to be quite careful on your sources, but for the money as well, I mean, I won this in a competition, but I mean, for the money, I think it's a great mic, and it's got a high cut filter on there around 200 Hz, so you get a kind of gentle roll off to take away proximity effect, and there's a pad on there as well, so yeah, I quite like that, good on some sources. And one of my favourite mics is this MXL 770, which is microphoneparts.com supply a kit designed by Jim Williams, and it's called the RK12. It's got the RK12 capsule in it, and this one was assembled at the Analog Cafe in Kauai on the Big Island of Hawaii, and I have a stereo pair of these, and these are really beautiful mics, man. I mean, beautiful, clear, smooth top end on them, and great on some sources, so very fortunate to have those. And the other mic I have here, I'm just going to sort of stand, so I'm going to bring it in. Okay, so that's the Rode K2, which is a tube mic, and has multiple patterns, so it can go from a figure of 8 to a cardioid to omni. I really like this mic. It's a little bit noisy. For example, if you put it through a compressor, it's going to bring up a little bit of tube noise or kind of background noise, whatever. So I tend to use it without a compressor, or use a compressor in the box and get some clean on it. But great mic for vocals, works well on drums, different things like that as well. So that's the microphones. So monitoring wise, I've got this kind of stage monitor here, which I use for kind of live jams and tracking in the room, just adds a bit more energy. That's being fed by this old Yamaha desk here. So we have some Focal CMS 40 monitors as well, which I've got there, and there's a Samson sub down here, which I use for checking things. So I've got a, if I've got a few tracks together, I'll just to check for rumble and stuff really. I mean, it's not a very accurate sub, but there we go. So we've also got for monitoring these K702s, AKGs, and I have these K44s as well, which are sort of backup ones. There's various other consumer headphones here. Yeah, so that's monitoring.